What is good, everybody? What is good, man? It's Big Gang James. We in these streets. We in these OTA streets. We in these practice streets. What's good? What's good? What's up with my dog Mel, Elvis, Daniel? Get on in the building. This is rare. I don't be doing this all like that, but what's good? Get on in the building. We talking about practice, and I gotta bring this up because we talking about practice. A lot of people going crazy right now about the OTAs, Jay Toya, Tyler Booker, like everybody going crazy. But calm down, it's OTAs. But what's up, Sin City? Come on in the building, man. Make yourself a ride. Hit that like button, smash the like button if you like. But got a great show tomorrow. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Show's gonna be awesome tomorrow. What's up, Darnell? What's up, sis? How you doing? Show gonna be fire tomorrow. I got Mike Fisher in the morning. We're gonna do about a 15-minute, interview talk. Mike Fish gonna give me some good gems in the morning, so make sure you tune into that. And if you can't tune into it, rewind it because it's gonna be some fire. And then I got my guy. I'm gonna show you his handle right here, right quick. Pull it up, right, pull it up right quick. Excuse me, right here, and then I'm gonna go right here, and then after, let's see right here. I don't know if you can see it right now. Let me see. I got my guy Emery Hunt. You probably can't see it, but because the way this thing is formed. But I got my guy Emery Hunt from CBS Sports tomorrow. So we'll have Mike Fisher first. Good little 15-minute interview. Then I got Emery Hunt of CBS Sports. You can go to his Twitter handle. Good guy. Known him for about 4 or 5 years. Great dude. Knows in-depth football. And I'm going to get his thoughts on the Cowboys draft and the outlook on the Cowboys season. Then on the nightcap, we got my dog, B Tuck, QB killer, my guy. We talk about them defensive ends, defensive tackles. If you know about B Tuck, it's them quarterback killers. And we're gonna have him because he was one of the most instrumental people with Osa Ogadazua as far as the training and everything. So we're gonna pick his brain about the defense, defensive line, positions, and what can be beneficial for the Cowboys. And what's up? Get up over in here. But I want to show you a couple things right quick. Let me see. Okay, so it's going to make me stay like this. All right, so I'm going to have to just figure this out because I came into this. So I want to tell some people, I'm going to play this excerpt right quick because a lot of people need to calm down right quick. Okay, I'm going to play this for you. Now, when people going crazy about these OTAs, Jay Toia getting first team snaps, Javante Williams looking good, you know, Pickens snatching everything out the sky. We got to understand, dog. This is what this is, man.
In here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game.
I said it
I
again.
mean,
Say it
listen,
again.
we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game.
Say it again.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We
We're talking about practice. Y'all feel me? We talking about practice. People need to calm down. And I'm going to have to show you this right here. You may not be able to see it, but I'm going to read it out to you. I'm going to show you once again. We need to calm down because this is practice, y'all. I'm going to show you right here. Go to this. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Let's see if you can see it. Let's see if I can pull it up because my thing is acting weird. Okay, so it's not going to show because you can't probably see it here. So I'm gonna just tell it to you. Go back here. All right. So let me read out to you why I'm not getting excited about OTAs. Now, I understand why OTA is important. I'm gonna tell you about the shoddy effect, and I appreciate that. But in the NFL, OTAs stand for organized team activities. These are voluntary, non-contact practices held during the off season before training camp officially begins. Here's a more detailed explanation. The purpose of OTAs are a way of the NFL teams getting the players together, work on their game, and prepare for the upcoming season. Now, OTAs are important for me, more important for rookies, because you got the rookie mini camp and then you got the OTAs. So rookies, to me, rookies need all this because they've never seen this, they never touched any of this, so they need all of this, right? And maybe players that are coming from another team. They talked about Joe Milton. Brian Schottenheimer talked about, and when he was over at Tennessee, he wasn't really taught some things that we really like. So we got to really train him on some things, just like they was talking about with Dak, with the development, and it might go away with the here we go. But people coming from another team, um, getting familiar, yes, you would probably need OTAs. But I'm not getting hyped on no OTAs because y'all not in full pads, okay? And vol- voluntary. OTAs are voluntary, meaning players are not required to attend. And Michael Parsons not here. We know why, because of the contract. But I can't get serious about a team when all the players ain't here because number one, y'all ain't playing in full pads. Y'all not practicing in full pads. Number two, if anybody has contract disputes, they're not going to be here. So I can't get hyped on OTAs. And no live contact is allowed during OTAs. I can't get hyped on that, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all can get hyped on it. I can't. OTAs, minimum of 10. There are various restrictions on what can be done on OTAs. Most notably, no live contact is allowed. Okay? So if you don't have a lot of if you don't have contact and this is voluntary, I'm sorry, I can't get hyped on OTAs. All right. So when I've been hearing about Jay Toea taking first team snaps, I'm sorry, I can't get hyped on that. I love Jay Toya, by the way. I love what he's going to be able to bring to the table. But, he is the seventh rounder. Go check out my video. I broke all that down. But just because Jay Toya is taking first team snaps doesn't mean a damn thing. Okay? It doesn't. Just because Kyer Elam is the fastest one in the sprints, that don't mean a damn thing. Just because, Tyler Booker is starting at left or at right guard doesn't mean a damn thing. It means something when they get to mandatory mini camp. That's when it starts meaning something. So when Dallas Cowboys mandatory mini camp is June 10th through the 12th, that's when my antennas will start raising. What do I think about running back one? I done told y'all, go check the video out. I said Javonte Williams. I was cool when they got Miles Sanders here. I was cool. I said, let's see what Miles Sanders has. He's a couple years removed from getting like 1,300 yards, 1,200 yards. He can't be that bad. You watch the tape, But when I watched Javonte Williams, that's the guy I want. That's the sleeper. I did the video and said that's who I want. I did the video when he played against Kansas City on Thursday night. He had 23 carries for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. I said if we can get that Javonte Williams, which was his rookie year, if we can get that Javonte Williams, I'm okay. You don't have to go out there and get a running back. I said not so fast about running around and let's go get a Nick Chubb. Now, I haven't said, I've been the first to tell you that I had said, hey, let's look at Nick Chubb. But then the more I kept on looking at Javonte Williams, I said, hold up, man, let's give him a chance because they need to look at camp to see what they have first before they go out there and reach out to, let's go get this running back. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to be trading for no running back, I don't see them trading for no running back. Why? Running backs are cheap. Why would they do that? You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, let's think about it though. Uh, Javonte Williams said, "Hey, I'm gonna go by what he says. He's 3 years removed from that injury, right? And what I said about Javonte Williams is his rookie year. Sean Payton wasn't his coach, so that for Sean Payton wasn't his sponsor. Okay, and if you're still really coming back from that knee injury that you weren't the guy before, that team is not going to continue to wait on you. That's why they drafted R.J. Harvey. So that doesn't mean Javonte Williams is done. He's only 25 years old. That means the other regime didn't have your best interest and they wanted somebody else. That doesn't mean you're not a good player. This means that this coach didn't want you, and we're willing to let you go. Let's keep it real. These running backs out here in the NFL, people are talking about, oh, it's the running back game has come back in the NFL. No, it has not. Name me the top 5 running backs in the league. Bet you can't. You know what I'm saying? Name me the top 5 running backs right now. You're gonna be like, let me think about that. It ain't like the '90s or the early 2000s where running game was dominating the league. No, it's not. Y'all, the running game is not. I don't care what anybody talking about. The running game is back. And no, it's not. You still go look at the receiver numbers. Running game ain't back. Running game is okay. You definitely want to have a running game, but it's still a passing game. You want to have that running game to keep people honest. You feel me? And I understand where Brian Schottenheimer and them will want to be a physical team, and I'm with that. You know, I want them to be physical on both sides of the ball. But for us to say, "Oh, the running game is back," nah, the running game ain't back. I don't believe that. Right, and Jalen Barton, that is true. The Broncos running line wasn't the greatest, so I'm like, let's see what Javonte Williams has first before we jump out and say, "Oh, let's go get just trade for Breece Hall and let's go get Nick Chubb and let's go get that." I'm gonna go ahead and take a chance on a Javonte Williams who had a knee injury 3 years before than a Nick Chubb who just had these injuries, and he's had injuries, not just a tore up knee. He's had various ailments. So I get where people want Chubb, but Chubb is a broke down running back. Let's keep it real. Chubb is a broke down running back. He doesn't have multiple injuries dating back to Georgia. You feel me? And he's 29, almost 30 years old. Let's see what Javonte Williams has before we talk about anything else, please. King Charles with the $2 holla. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Says, do you see any major changes at safety happening? Uh, Possibly. I feel like they didn't sign Marquise Bell to a 3-year deal for nothing. They didn't re-sign Wanye Thomas for nothing. And I feel like Dono is on his way out. I don't know if he's going to be, a cut, because I know they can save money if they cut him this year. I think they'll save like $5 million if they cut him this year. I'm not going to cry the blues about that, but you need depth, right? We saw what happened with the injury history last year with the team. So that's why I think they may ride out this last year with Dono and Hooker, unless Marquise Bell and Wanye just burn it up in training camp and just burn it up in the preseason. That's the only way I really see it. And I don't think it's going to be. I think Brian Schottenheimer is real when he's talking about open competition, but you still need depth in this league. If you cut Donald Wilson, that's great. Okay. But now you're pushing up a Wanye. Now you're pushing up a Marquise Bell. Who are they backups? That's what you got to look at. So as much as we say, man, Donald was trash last year and Hooker was okay, and let's see what these new guys have. I'm with all that, but you got to still have depth in this league. And if you cut a Dono, which I ain't hating, but now you push one of those starters in. Now who's your backup? And if that starter gets hurt, who's backing him up? You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of my thing with that. You know, hey, I ain't saying Jaman, Jaman. I ain't gonna be crying, dog. I'm beyond the crying. I'm saying let's see what we have first in training camp. And then if those aren't the guys, then you go out and look for a running back. But you can't just instantly say, "Oh, let's go upgrade the running game room." You don't know. You got to see what these guys look like. You got to see what these guys look like before you say, "Oh, let's upgrade." No, what you need to do is you need to continue to scour that defensive tackle room. You need to still scour that cornerback room, right? Because that's where you're lacking. Running back ain't the major need. The defensive tackle is the major need. I've been screaming that for 10 damn years, right? I've been screaming that for 10 damn years. You know what I mean? So running back is the least of the issues. That one tech is still the issue because I don't trust Mozzie. I don't care. Justin Rogers was cut last year and he ain't seen the field. So I can't believe that he's gonna do anything. And then you got Denzel Jackson. Who is he? He's a Jag. All three of them are Jags to me, even Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping Jay Toya because he's Togan, but he's a rookie and he went in the seventh round. He's a dog, but he's got holes in his game. He's powerful. He's got the girth. He has the base, but he's still a rookie. I love them tokens because they play long and they play defensive line fast, hard and strong. But you still a rookie. And that's what it is. You need a veteran to be in front of you to teach this game to you and slow cook you in there. Because I do not want to see some Jay Toya in week 1 or week 2. Because first of all, we got to make sure he makes the team. Because you drafted Justin Rogers last year, in the 6th round, and he got cut. So before anybody's hyping a Jay Toya, which I understand, he's got to make the team first before we even get hyped about him. And I did a tape on him. I love what he brings to the table, and I think he's going to make the team. But he still was a 7th rounder. We thought Justin Rogers was going to make the team because we needed defensive tackle help last year, and he got cut, right? We had the white gorilla. He got cut. We had Bohanna. He got cut. So I can't really get hyped on. I need to see if he's going to make it through the cuts, and we can't rely on no 7th round draft pick as a rookie. So it's now June 1st, right? So Monday, tomorrow, let's see what happens with these cuts, and let's see what some of these high-priced veterans get cut, and let's see if the Cowboys can scoop up one of these defensive tackles because they got a crowded room on one of these teams, and one of those guys slipped through the cracks, and let's see what happens with that. Yeah, that's fine. Chief, that's fine. I like that. You said go birds. Y'all watching us put up the banner. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with us watching y'all put up the banner because that's going to put pressure on the Joneses. I want them to see the Eagles rising that banner so they can look at that and see, yeah, we need to stay on it. So that's why I think it's a perfect game to play the Eagles. Eagles ain't hurting my feelings because y'all won the damn Super Bowl. Y'all not hurting my feelings. That's cool. Y'all won the Super Bowl. Congratulations to you. I'm ready for the action. I ain't no hate here. What's up, Marcus? What's good? What's up? What's up? But like I said, man, people just need to calm down about these OTAs. They're organized team activities. They're not real. It's the installs. To me, it's more the installs for the rookies. To me, it's more this right here is more the team building. Like I said, you seen Schottenheimer, right? The Shotty effect. And make sure, yeah, we can't get come on, Jay. You know we can't get no damn Jeffrey Simmons. What's up, Weebo? Is it Webo or Weebo? 702. Did I say it okay? You know we can't get no damn Jeffrey Simmons. He gonna cost an arm and a leg. Now, if they did that, okay, yeah, I might drink Kool-Aid. If they got a Jeffrey Simmons, I might drink Kool-Aid. I'm gonna keep it real. But they ain't doing that. DJ Reader, let's see if they really cut him. Let's see. You know what I mean? Let's see. But I can't get hyped on that. I'm gonna put your question up there, King Charles. Bland in the slot isn't being talked about enough. I wonder if Revel will be ready by training camp. I doubt it. He's probably going to be on the PUP. He's probably going to be on the PUP. And that's why I was talking about the Jalen Ramsey trade. Okay. It's far fetched because I looked at the teams that were most likely to get him. Rams, because of obviously he played with them. Raiders, that was another team, and they mentioned another team. I don't know if it was Tampa or somebody else, but they didn't mention Dallas. Although Dallas could do it. Would you trade a 4th round pick, let's say Trevin Diggs, for Jalen Ramsey? I'm asking y'all. Would you trade a fourth and Trevin Diggs for Jalen Ramsey for a couple years? Asking y'all right now. Would y'all do that? Fourth round pick, Trevin Diggs to the Dolphins for Jalen Ramsey, and maybe a late round pick. Would you do that? I'm asking y'all. Once again, Jalen Ramsey. Let's say the Cowboys say, we give you a fourth rounder and Trevin Diggs for Jalen Ramsey and a pick. Would you do it? Because, I already talked about, they spent what, a third on him? That Miami ain't going to get more than the third for him now. So Dallas got a fourth. And what they were talking about with his salary, if they cut him after June 1st, $21 million will be owed because they pay that roster bonus. But after 2025, he has no more guarantees. So then a team can get out of it after 2025. So you're really not taking a crazy risk by doing it. You're not taking a crazy risk by doing it. And I didn't already say F them picks. Jalen Ramsey is not washed. Are you crazy? Why? What? Y'all not a fan of Jalen Ramsey no more? He had a good year last year. So you gonna tell me you're gonna take up a tore up knee, Trevin Diggs, who ain't gonna probably be ready until midseason, and you don't even know if he's gonna be on the team after this year, and give up that fourth, a third and a fourth teams. You saw the Rams; they gave up all them damn picks, and the one year they missed the playoffs, they came right back. You wouldn't do that? I'm sorry. I'm doing that because I don't even know if Trevin Diggs is going to be on the team anymore after this year. Here you keep on. I'm doing it. Y'all ain't got to do it. That's fine. That's cool. Y'all ain't got to do it. I'm doing it. 2 years. Give me a 2 years of Jalen Ramsey because y'all don't understand. Jalen Ramsey, to me, I'm not even hyping this dude. But he's a different type of athlete, in my opinion. He's one of them athletes like a LeBron James type where he can play like a Stephen Gilmore who's 34 and he can still be a starter. Jalen Ramsey can have two. He's still got 2 really good years left. Okay. And you trying to win? You ain't gonna get Trevin Diggs until midseason. You can have Jalen Ramsey starting week 1, but y'all wouldn't do it. Okay, hey, I ain't mad, but I could get a Jalen Ramsey starting week 1 and have him for the next 2 years. You probably not gonna have Diggs and that fourth round pick, bruh. You'll be all right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Jay. You see when he plays, he's got a dog attitude. You got a Pickens on the offense, right? Pickens got that dog attitude. That's what we love. Not just the ability, but he got that dog attitude where we like, man, Dallas need that. We need guys that got that doggish attitude like, F you, man. We don't give a hell who you are. You feel me? Ramsey has that on the defensive side of the ball. And then you pair him with Micah Parsons. If you got a decent defensive tackle, what? How would you not take a Jalen Ramsey, bruh? Are you serious? I'm doing that. I'm doing that all day and yesterday. I'm doing that all day and yesterday. You damn right. You damn right. And then if I got a Ramsey starting, and you know what? I think Bland is better in the slot, but I'll put him on the outside for the minute. You feel me? Because I don't know what Kyrie Elam is doing. You know what I mean? And Revel, if he ain't doing nothing in camp, this year gonna be a redshirt year. I'm telling you, because cornerback is one of the hardest positions to come in and play. And if you miss all that damn time and you hit week 7 and week 8 and you're just now getting the field, you're gonna get your ass killed. Jair Alexander, he ain't bad, but he hella injury. He's injury prone. Give me Jalen Ramsey. If we gonna shoot for the stars, shoot for it. If you gonna get a dog, get a dog. Get a dog. I ain't saying Jair Alexander ain't a dog, but he ain't a dog like Jalen Ramsey. What we talking about here? And the attitude, I'm gonna think Brian Schottenheimer can. I'm gonna trust Brian Schottenheimer. I think he can handle his attitude, so I'm with that. You know what I mean? I definitely think Schottenheimer can handle his attitude because Shotty, from what I see, he is a player's coach. You know, I heard that the first day of OTAs they went and played, did paintballing. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a lot of things they haven't done any before. But you know, obviously, whenever you go from one coach to a different coach, because when you left Jason Garrett, you went to Mike McCarthy. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's different now. It's different. It's great. It's different. It's great." It's always great and different when you get something new, right? It's always great and different when you get somebody new. I understand that. It's always great and lovely. You feel me? I seen the tweet from Wanye saying fun again. Okay, it's probably fun again because Zimmer didn't give you no play, right? So now you probably get a chance again. So now it's probably fun again. But anytime there's a changeover, everybody always kumbaya. It's the best. Everything's great. We love it here. Blah blah blah. It's always that when there's the turnover. But what Schottenheimer is doing, in my opinion, I believe he is establishing culture. He's establishing, let's have fun with this. Let's be serious with this, but let's have fun with this. Let's love each other. Let's ride it for each other. Let's have real relationships. Let's have real friendships. I talked about this on the Star Show. And I'll be trying to tell y'all know a lot of y'all be trying to trip on me about Libra gang. Y'all, oh, what the hell you talking about with astrology? This Libra gang because he's a Libra like me. So I know that mindset. And I'm telling you, the things that he's doing, I'm not surprised because that's what Libras do. But when I see what he's doing, I'm like, I have a belief because it's real. He's doing real things. And I don't know if McCarthy, I'm going to say Jason Garrett, now he was a robot. And people who try to compare Jason Garrett to Shotty pisses me off. Don't make that comparison. Mike McCarthy, I believe people mess with Mike McCarthy in that building. I definitely do. And I didn't hate on Mike McCarthy. But Mike McCarthy was some paranoid dude, right? And when I heard McCarthy and when I hear Schottenheimer, I hear two different voices. I hear Schottenheimer. When I would hear Mike McCarthy, he would get offended real easy in his interviews. Like when you ask questions, he would get like real offended. Like he maybe I need to see what Shotty does in game time, but it's just like the vision seems more clear with Schottenheimer. The talks seem more real. We just not just talking about it. We're gonna do this. We really gonna set a culture here because I'm more of the homegrown guy and I got to see it from afar. So I got to see it before I became the head coach. So for 3 years, I got to see how it operated under Mike McCarthy with these Joneses. So I know how to manipulate this. I know how to run this. I know how to do this. And I'm just going to play my position, wait my turn. And then when it's my time, I'm going to go full for it because I've seen everything I need to know to make this thing work. And that's what I love about it too. Yeah, he was in old age. I totally agree with you, Jay. I'm gonna go ahead and post this right now. Gelato boy, that's not a bad deal, but Dallas probably won't do that. Feel me? But this is right here. That right there. That right there. That's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why I even considered Pete Carroll. I didn't want his old ass in Dallas. I didn't want his old ass in Dallas. But the only reason why I thought of a Schottenheimer, I thought of a Pete Carroll was that enthusiasm. I don't give a hell, man. Every time I watch Pete Carroll, whether it was at USC or Seattle, dog, the X's and O's is dope. When I see my coach just really, I mean, every man, I don't know, that enthusiasm that Pete Carroll had just was infectious. Infectious. It infects the team, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. And it wasn't fake, man. It was like really real. That type of enthusiasm is infectious in the building. And I'm telling you, dog, that's why I feel like Dallas may have a chance this year. I put them at the floor at 9 wins. I don't know what they do in the playoffs, but I'm telling you right now, this culture building that Schottenheimer is building, I think is really going to go a long way because, as I said on the Big Star Show, when you ride for each other, when you love each other, when you bleed for each other, when you bleed for each other and the coach, them false starts don't go, them false starts don't happen. Them jumping off sides when it's 3rd and 2 and you need to get them off the field and you jump off sides and give them a first down, they don't happen. When they're going deep and they're throwing the deep ball and there's miscommunication on the back end and the safety is not there, when y'all riding for each other, when y'all on one mind, one accord, those little things don't happen. That's when the championship teams, when you see these championship teams, I think that's why. It's the little things, man. It's the little things. definitely have and I hear you. A lot of people have said it's a college atmosphere. It's a college type thing. They're energized. They're energetic. They love the energetic practices, and I feel like and Schottenheimer, he goes to each of the position groups. You feel me? Like he's in tune with every group. I just feel like what he's doing real basic things. He's not doing anything crazy. He ain't doing nothing out of the ordinary. He's just being real. And that's what players want. Players want realness. They deal with a lot of fake ass owners, fake ass GMs, fake ass coaches, fake ass fans, fake ass everything. Players deal with all that, right? They deal with all that fake shit. They want something real too. Just like we want something real, them players want something real too. And when they see a coach who I heard Jake Ferguson where he said, I ain't never had a coach. I'm in the tub, rehabbing, whatever. You know, every time he comes up to me saying what's up to me. Hi, what's up? What's up? I come down and make sure always speaks to me. So I ain't never had a coach do that. He said it's some little things like that that mean stuff to us. And I'm telling you, that means a lot to players because you care about them beyond football. And I really believe Schottenheimer cares about these players beyond football because a lot of these coaches don't. A lot of these coaches like this is a job. I gotta do this. I gotta do that because if I don't do this, I'm out of job. And so it becomes where they don't care about the players. They just care about getting these wins so they keep their job. But the way you keep your job is bonding with your players. And post that question on there. Do we think we're going to make another move, another trade? And what is the missing piece as far as the position that we needed before the season started? Defensive tackle. Defensive tackle was the missing piece. Add a corner as the second missing piece, but a real defensive tackle is the missing piece, y'all. Dallas got their ass kicked in the running game last year. Do I need to show it? I probably can't show it because I'm on this screen. But Dallas gave up like 130 something yards a game last year on the ground. 150 some at home, 25 rushing touchdowns led the league. They were worse than the league. And then I wish I could post what I seen on Twitter. My guy Henny posted with the last 4 playoff losses. We all got our ass kicked in the run game. Every team dominated in the run game. That's been our Achilles heel forever. And even when they had low rush averages, it wasn't because the run game was dominant. It was because the offense was so damn good. We put offenses that behind the 8 ball. So if you jump it on the team 14-0, they ain't running the ball, they're throwing. So your running numbers are going to be skewed like, oh, they got a great run defense. They're only giving up 89 yards a game. I think in 2014, they only gave up like 89 yards a game. And it looked like, oh, damn, Dallas only gave up 89 yards a game. That's just because their offense was freaking crazy that year in 2014. It wasn't because they had a dope ass defense. Defense was good, got a lot of turnovers with Marinelli, got a lot of turnovers like it did on Quinn, but it wasn't no meat and potatoes defense. It was not. And if a team decided to seriously stay with the running game, they would have kicked Dallas's ass. That's true. I would love to get the DJ Reader. But just remember this, folks. If Dallas is talking about getting him, there's other teams that need defensive tackles too that are probably looking at a DJ Reader too. And we'll see if Dallas getting a bidding war, right? Because I don't know if Dallas getting bidding war. So if you say a DJ Reader got cut, best believe there's probably 10 other teams wanting him too, and they're going to probably put up some money. Is Dallas going to outbid these teams? I don't know about that. I want a different corner than Gilly too, but if they don't get it, I'll take Gilly. You get what I'm saying? Like he's still a starting cornerback in this league. Even at 34, I trust me. I know he ain't Gilly like he used to be. I totally get it. But if they don't get a Ramsey and they don't do nothing else, I'm cool with them getting Gilly because at least you got a veteran. We need somebody. We don't need these rookies. I don't need Rebel playing early and nah if he ain't ready. We need him to be fully healthy before he touches that field. I don't want them rushing him. I don't want them rushing him. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Yeah, I agree. This is a bidding war they should get into, but is Dallas going to do it? That's the key, and that's the question. Are they really going to do it? So we'll see with that. A lot of people are talking about. I'm just waiting to see what happens with camp, mandatory mini camp. Like I said, that's what I'm looking at, June 10th through 12th, and then with training camp, and then preseason. That's where I care about. I don't care about no OTAs. I understand the team building, but you listen to everybody, Michael Irvin doing cartwheels, everybody, oh, we believe in Shotty. Of course, it's new and it's fresh, and what he's bringing to the table is hyped. But I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid, dog, because he ain't coached one damn game yet in the NFL. All that hypeness is everybody can say, we love Shotty, he changing, culture different. If we start off 0-3, 0-4, all that culture shit don't mean a damn thing, do it. Right? And I'm just keeping it real because I like Shotty. I like what he's bringing to the table. And I think because of what he's doing, it's automatically going to bring you positive results and wins. I think it is. But everybody talking about, oh, it's going a dynasty and this and that. Calm down, folks. He ain't coached yet. All right. Because Dallas got for a rookie coach, you got a hard ass schedule. And I like it because let's see what he can do in his first year with a tough ass schedule. But let's calm down right here. Let's people acting like we're going to the Super Bowl. Calm down. Calm down. But we're gonna see. I think I'm gonna try to get out to camp this year. Been talking about the Cali trip. Last time I went was 2021. Last time I went to camp was 2021. But Pickens gonna be there. Gonna be kind of hype. I miss Cali. My dogs is out there. Shout out to my dog Juan, Trey, all y'all, baby. What's up with y'all? My dog Mel. We definitely kicking when I get back out there. We definitely kick it when I get back out there this year. You know, I got a few other people's out there, so I definitely might make that trip because it might. I definitely want to see. The last few camps that I went to were okay. Um, but I feel like this camp with Schottenheimer is going to be very exciting. I think this is going to be a different type of camp. The atmosphere, the energy, everything is going to be different. So I am excited about that, and I think I might make my way out there. Yeah, I feel you. We're just gonna have to wait. June 1st just started. Let's see what happens with these cuts. Let's see. They said two major moves. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. Um, I don't think they pay big money for a defensive tackle, but they may pay money for a corner. I don't think they put a lot of money into a defensive tackle position, but I think they may try to put some money in the cornerback position if everything's right. So we'll see. Maybe a Super Bowl in Shotty's third year, maybe. Let's see what happens this first year. You know, I think like I said, I think he's going to be a good coach in Dallas. I think he's doing things the right way. I think he can build a lot of good things in Dallas. I don't know where it's going to take Dallas, but I like him as the coach, and I think he's going to have good direction, and I think he's going to be successful at Dallas. How successful, I don't know, but I think he is going to be successful in Dallas. Yeah, Dan. 1995 Jones boys is awful quiet. That's what we love. We don't want the Joneses talking. When the Joneses is quiet and the coaches is talking, that's where you feel like, okay, he ain't. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he's not a puppet. He's not a puppet coach. Nah, I don't see no puppet coach at all with no Schottenheimer. I don't see no puppet coach at all. I believe he definitely stands up to the Joneses. I definitely feel like he will give pushback, and I definitely feel he will go to them saying, "Hey, I need this. You want me to do this? I need this. You want us to be great? I need this." I can definitely see Schottenheimer going to them because he ain't scared. Like, hey, you want me to be this coach? You want me to do this? I need this because guess what? He pounded that table for Tyler Booker when we wanted that receiver, and he got what he wanted. And then right after the draft, we heard from Will McClay, who was instrumental in getting George Pickens. He didn't say no damn Stephen Jones. He said Shotty and Jerry. because Jerry got the money. But Shotty was the one that said, as soon as the draft was over, we need that receiver. We need that receiver. So the Shotty effect is working. And if you hear that name in the streets, the Shotty effect, you know where it started. Here, Big Game James, just so you know. I'm sorry. Too many people take my words. I ain't hating. Just saying. What's up, Calvin? Fondell, I ain't hating on Jair coming here, but if I had a choice between Jalen Ramsey and Jair Alexander, I'm taking Jalen Ramsey. But if they settle for Jair Alexander, I ain't hating. But if you want me to keep it all the way real about Jair Alexander, I don't want him. You know why? Because I feel like he would be like Marshawn Lattimore from over there with the Saints. Ooh, Commanders went and got Marshawn Lattimore. They're going to the Super Bowl. Marshawn Lattimore went over to the Washington Commanders and played like shit. And I feel like Jair Alexander is going to be the Marshawn Lattimore of Dallas. So that's why I'm kind of want to stay away from him. I just feel it in my bones. If they sign a Jair Alexander, I don't think he will be all that. He will be a Marshawn Lattimore in Dallas. I'm telling you. Watch. He definitely gets respect. I ain't mad at getting a Mike Hill. He definitely gets respect because of his dad, but Shotty brings a lot to the table too. I think he's just real. I think that's the biggest thing with Shotty. X's and O's is he's been in the league 25 years. He's been an offensive coordinator. And that's why another reason why he's different from Garrett. Garrett retired, went to be a quarterbacks coach at Miami for what, 1 year, maybe two? I thought it was just 1 year. And then he came right back over in Dallas and was the offensive coordinator. What skins did Jason Garrett put on the damn wall? No, he was just their boy wonder and their beloved. They wanted him back so bad. Could you imagine if the Ravens hired him instead of John Harbaugh? The Ravens wouldn't be shit. The fact that the Ravens were actually going after Jason Garrett hard, and if they would have took him over John Harbaugh, are you crazy? They wouldn't have did shit. That was the best move you ever made, Baltimore Ravens, taking John Harbaugh over some Jason Garrett. He was a hot name for what? I don't care how. He didn't have no skins on the wall. At least Shotty has been an offensive coordinator with good offenses for many of years. So he actually has put in the work. He wasn't just given to him like Garrett. So miss me with that Jason Garrett crap. I feel you, Dan. You know, where he said, I ain't playing for them again. But you know what? People say that all the time. Money changes things. Everything changes. Players change their mind. So I'm not going to really go on that because too many people change their mind. You know, oh, please. Don't do that. Yeah, they all were coaches, for sure. But the fact that people be dissing Marty, like, oh, he went to all them playoffs and didn't win. I was there. I wasn't there, but I watched those Cleveland Brown games all back in them 80s. Marty had some damn good teams. It ain't his fault Kelvin Biner did that dumb shit and you went against John Elway. Damn. Just just didn't happen for him. You know, but it is what it is. Well, I've been on here 45 minutes. I didn't want to be on here that long. I wanted to only do a 30-minute holler and I was going to be done. So I'm going 45. So I'm about to end it right here. The biggest thing I want to let y'all know, please tune in tomorrow. If you can't tune in live, please go back and record this. Smash the like button on this video. But please, we got a 3-video show tomorrow and it's going to be hype. Mike Fisher in the morning. We'll hit him about 11 a.m. Me and Mike Fisher, we're gonna talk fish talk, and then after fish, I got my dog Emery Hunt from CBS Sports. Gonna get his thoughts on the Cowboys draft and the Cowboys outlook for the season. So we got Mike Fisher first with the Cowboys talk. Then I got Emery Hunt with CBS Sports after him, probably like an hour after him. And then on the late night, I got my dog B Tuck from QB killers. My dog. He trains all these defensive ends, defensive tackles. He's been training many a Cowboys. Osa Ogadazua is one of his guys from the very beginning. And we're going to pick his brain about the positions once again. Because, man, this guy is so in depth. He's one of the best trainers out there, bar none. Best trainers out there, bar none. You're going to love what he talks about with the defense, the breakdowns, those 0, the 1, the 3, the 4, the 5, the positions. We did a positional breakdown probably about 2 years ago. Man, that thing was fire. We're gonna do it again. So, nope, King Charles, I ain't buying no OTA hypes. None. We talking about practice. So I can't get hyped on it. I ain't getting hyped on no OTA, nothing. When we start getting the mandatory stuff, that's when I'll start paying attention. But I don't know voluntary, can't do it. But y'all make sure y'all tune into all three of them shows. They're gonna be fire shows. Mike Fisher in the morning, Mike Fisher in the morning from Fish Sports, Emery Hunt from CBS Sports right after him. And then on the late night, we got my dog, B Tuck, talking about D line, deep. You don't want to miss it. So make sure you tune in. Smash that like button tomorrow. I need all y'all in the building. If you ain't in there live, go back and record it. Go back and watch it. Smash that like button. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. And let's do the damn thing. All right. So for myself, Big Game James, and everybody else, we out. Peace. We in these streets tomorrow.